What's up everyone, Alex here with Off the Cuff Reviews. I am back again to bring you guys a special new video. This time we're going to be talking about the movie Scream, so let's get into it. Scream is a 1996 horror film that is directed and partly written by Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson. This also stars Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and a whole bunch of others that you've definitely seen before on the screen. The synopsis for Scream is as follows. A year after the murder of her mother, a teenage girl is terrorized by a new killer who targets the girl and her friends by using horror films as part of a deadly game. You have probably heard the line, "What's your favorite scary movie?" Scream 1 has one of the most iconic opening scenes that I've ever seen in any film ever. And as we know, the success of Scream actually spawned a whole bunch of sequels. We are even due for a new Scream movie coming up. I think that the performances in this are bar none some of the best performances seen in a horror film. This is kind of a take on horror films in general. It is very satirical and it definitely gets some laughs here and there, but it's almost like you can't not take it serious, you know? It's like, it's still so immersive. And that opening scene is so scary that it doesn't matter that it's satirical. The satirical part makes it fun and makes it rewatchable and makes it so you can watch this with your friends and family on Halloween or, you know, closer to spooky season or whatever, or whenever you want to watch this. It definitely leads to a rewatchable aspect. It'll draw you in. This will definitely scare you at some points. It has scary moments, although it plays on the satirical aspects that it is making fun of it for other horror movies. You know, there are scenes, like there's a whole scene where they say, "Don't run up the stairs." They kind of take those satirical elements and they put them into like the scary parts too. And it's still scary, even though those parts are like being made fun of in a lot of the movie. I think Courtney Cox delivers one of her best performances, besides, you know, her being in, you know, Friends, which is probably her most iconic role. This is one of her most iconic roles as well. And I think that the success of the Scary Movie franchise, like the comedy Scary Movie franchise, definitely beefed up the iconic elements of this franchise. If you guys didn't even know, fun fact for you, Scream was going to be called Scary Movie. Scream was written under the name Scary Movie. That was the actual title of this. That is where Scary Movie gets their title. So they kind of played off that, and they have a lot of elements from this movie. That first Scary Movie, when that came out, you know, it was so funny and it was so engaging for a lot of the younger audience that they kind of went back and even the older audiences, they went back and rewatched this movie, Scream, and they were like, wow, this is actually really good. Like, this is pretty iconic. And it's pretty crazy that like a movie like Scream, which is already satirical in nature, kind of had a whole other element to it where some other people in Hollywood were making fun and playing they had their own satirical take on this. I don't know, I think it's a kind of like a fun little cross of worlds there, and I think it works really well. So going forward, I'm not going to actually be putting a rating system in my videos anymore. I just don't really like doing that. I kind of would rather interact with you at home, and I would rather hear what you have to say about this movie, what you think about not only Scream 1 but the Scream franchise in general. I'm going to be doing like more reviews about Scream. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. I definitely want to talk about it more. I hear some people like Scream 2 more than Scream 1, and quite frankly, I don't agree. I actually heard some people think that Scream 3 is the best one. Also, don't agree. Scream 1 is the most iconic Scream in the whole entire franchise. It will always be the most iconic film in the whole franchise. That opening scene is the best scene, one of the best opening scenes I've ever seen in any movie, and it's almost like untouchable at this point. But again, let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll see you on the flip side. Stay safe, everyone.